it doesn't matter how old you are, when you lose a family member, it's very tough, isn't it? Because seemingly if you get on incredibly well with them, as for instance His Royal Highness Prince George did with our late and beautiful monarch, then it's very tough. And at an early age, you're trying to compute, aren't you, exactly, well, why they left, even though you know the reason why, you know what I mean? And I'm not being unkind there. But according to a very good source, Prince George at this particular moment is going through a rather difficult time. And the reason why I wanted to mention this is because a lot of people are online are very cruel about the Prince and Princess of Wales children. But I often say that, look, they're just children. It's not their choice to be born into what they're born into. Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, and Prince George all have a destiny of sorts. And the bottom line for them is they simply, well, feel everything the way that all and each and every one of us do. So why not try and be a little bit kinder? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. Let's have a wave. You all right? Yes, not so bad, thanks. Well, a bit warm, actually. It's humid. I know. I bet shut up, Neil, you're saying. It'd be great, but the other day you were moaning it was raining. Now it's too warm, I know. But you know what I mean? When it's that sort of humid air, you think, oh, can't be bothered. You just want to go to sleep on a bench with a pot of tea, don't you? You do, I know. You see, we could easily meet up. I can see it. I like nothing better than just dozing around. People think that, oh, you just work all the time. Given the opportunity, oh, easily flat out in a chair, nodding off. It's lovely, that expression, isn't it? Nodding off. Does everybody know what that means around the world? Anyway, back as ever to your royal story of the day. Now, I just really wanted to touch on this because this is a difficult time as we come up to the anniversary, which is not too long away now, just under a month, of the passing of our wonderful monarch of 70 years, Queen Elizabeth II. I was working on a TV show the other day and they said to me, can you talk to me about what it was like after the aftermath of the passing of Queen Elizabeth? And it was a bit numb, really. People couldn't quite believe it because although we knew she was ill, obviously, we didn't realise the extremity of how ill she was. And obviously, it kind of worked out well. And I don't mean that in a kind way, but unkind way, should I say. But, her passing really was possibly what she would have wanted. Fast, efficient, and, no fuss. She was that type of lady. But according to a very good source, it's Prince George that has truly been struggling with her passing. And you can imagine this. Of course, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte got to know her well, but it was Prince George, as I told you exclusively here on the show, was a regular visitor to Windsor along with his father, Prince William, who'd undergone those regular Sunday afternoon chats with the monarch. Vital in many respects, never too early, and the bottom line is imparting a lot of knowledge, warmth, love and guidance. And according to that source, George has been openly talking about what he misses about his grandmother, great-grandmother, should I say, because, of course, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You grow up a little bit. We've seen him shoot up this year, and we've seen him develop into a little bit more of an independent person. That's what happens. Life moves on. So for all of those people out there, and this is really directed at those people on the platforms of social media being unkind about everything from his dress to his looks to his hairstyle, just remember that this is just a very young boy coming to terms with the loss of a much loved family member. And whatever you may think of them, they're still children. And while the Prince and Princess of Wales can protect them, literally there's always going to be somebody at school or some friend that will point out the negative. So you don't need to add to it. As for Prince George, as we often say to everybody, time heals everything. Not quite, but it makes it easier to move on. And as long as you have those great memories, and so many of us have with our wonderful monarch, then of course, what did she leave behind? A very better world. Certainly, well, the world that she was in was always better for her in it. I'm sure many people will agree. Prince George, as ever, we send you all our very best from this channel. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.